It's your boy Sydney here this afternoon, and I got a couple of emails this morning from people saying, "What, your video from yesterday got taken down?" Yeah, it got taken down. That was the video on Nasim Aghdam, the YouTube shooter. Now, why did it get taken down, you may ask? Well, I got a video of a woman holding a gun at a firing range, and I put the YouTube logo in front of the gun, which is a visual representation of exactly what happened. The woman Nasim Aghdam, she drove almost 500 miles, or for us in Australia, 800 kilometers, to go and shoot up YouTube headquarters in retaliation for their filtering her videos, which were stifling her views and also removing a lot of her monetization. So, of course, a lot of the search terms that were used to find videos about this, so YouTube shooting, woman, Nasim Aghdam, I basically combined most of those terms into the description of the video, and I coupled that with the picture of the woman holding a semi-automatic gun and holding it at the YouTube logo with a smile. So I actually said to someone last night, man, this video is going to get flagged 100%, and I was right. I knew it. I was calling it in advance. Thankfully, and I don't know how the hell I avoided this. I don't know how I avoided this, but I somehow managed to avoid getting a guideline strike. God knows how, right? You might say I dodged a bullet, unlike 3 of the people who are at the YouTube's headquarters. Too soon? Oh shit. But it's funny because I was even getting a barrage of negative comments on that video last night. And you'll see what I actually called the video in my thumbnail for this video, and I said SJW narrative obliterated. Someone goes, "Oh, she was not an SJW. She, wrote about Hitler on her website." And I'm like, "Oh wow, an SJW telling me that she wasn't an SJW." And it's like, okay, where in my title did I actually call her an SJW? I said that what happened obliterated the SJW narrative. I didn't call the shooter an SJW. And of course I pointed out that it was a woman, and I got all these SJWs saying, "Oh no, it was a man, it was a trans that was a man." And it's like, okay, well, you don't get to turn around and say, well, it's a trans. You don't get to turn around and say that trans women, which for the uninitiated are someone who's transitioned from a male to a female in terms of hormones and a lot of the way they dress and their ears and the boobs and stuff like that. But most trans women still have a penis. Most. There are some that go through the operation and have a vagina. Obviously there's no womb, but it is what it is, right? So you can't say that a trans woman is a woman, but then when a woman, by your declaration, happens to be a trans woman that shoots up a school, all of a sudden it's a man. You can't do that shit. It doesn't work like that, idiots. Smash that thumbs up, guys, if you haven't already. Got about a third of you on the box that'll hit that button. Let's get this video trending. But yeah, it was just and I got the video from YouTube this morning, and I got Facebook messages. Like, I'm not on Facebook anymore, but I do have the Facebook Messenger. And yeah, guys, I don't care what anyone says. As far as I'm concerned, it's a woman. It's too slender to be a man. It looks like an Iranian woman. She's an Iranian woman. She's a woman. It's not a man. It's not a male dressed up like a woman, right? Or a trans woman, or a woman, or what do you know? It's just a woman. It's a biological woman. And that fucks up the left's entire narrative about male shooters, about privileged white male shooters, about, toxic masculinity. It obliterates all of that. It's just crazy. Guys, I'm gonna pull over shortly because I want to say a quick hi to you guys. I want to see what you're saying in the comments, because as we know, this is still a very controversial topic. One of my subs, Ralph Wiggum, lives in that area, and apparently everyone was losing their shit after the YouTube shooting. And yes, it was a crazy Persian female, FSL Sarah, I agree. And this crazy Persian female drove almost 500 miles, or 700 to 800 kilometers, in order to carry out this attack, in order to vindicate herself about her hurt feelings for not having as many people being able to see her videos because YouTube was filtering them. But you know what she was also really mad about is the fact she lost a lot of her monetization. And we all know how much, especially narcissistic women, how much especially narcissistic women love money. So what happens when YouTube takes the money away from a narcissistic, the money and the attention away from someone whose entire identity revolves around being a serial YouTuber, right? Someone who basically exists for YouTube. You're right, Ken. It didn't stay very long at all. Hang on. I knew that Subaru WRX STI wasn't going to let me go. Playing with me there. So yeah, it was kind of crazy. YouTube did provoke this, as Bob said. Absolutely, YouTube provoked this. YouTube is, and this is what I was saying yesterday about chaos theory when we talk about the female contraceptive pill. If you guys haven't watched that video, go back and watch it and give it a like. Share it with your friends. It is some next level shit. And guys, you got to remember as well, and this is something that someone said to me. In fact, that someone was Stand Up Man. If you haven't checked out his book, look in the description, buy his book for $10. It's the best money you'll ever spend. It explains everything you'll ever need to know about female psychology and why shit that you didn't understand has happened in the past. Speaking to Stand Up Man, and he said, Sydney, you think that you are educated on what's going on in the world. He goes, we think we're red-pilled. It's like in the grand scheme of things, we're very red-pilled. But if these are the things that we know, if we know facts, that are not conspiracy theories, but cold hard facts. If we know these facts, and we have not even reached a situation yet where we know these facts simply from doing our due diligence and doing a little bit of research. What don't we know? What is it that we're not being told? What is it that it's information that's being classified? And again, I know I'm sounding like a conspiracy theorist, right? But you think about this. You think about the things we know and how fucked up the things we know are. Imagine how fucked up the things we don't know are. The things that the people who are keeping it from us don't want us to know, because they know that we will be up in arms about it. Ken, I hope this video isn't striked, but it wouldn't surprise me. I might have to download it when I get home, so I get to keep it and I'll upload it on Vimeo. The more they delete here, the more I'm going to put up on Vimeo. You best know this. So Bob PM, Barrett, FSL, Sarah, Fat Guy No More, Underdog, Omega W, MGTOW Kushite. Yeah, of course they're reprimanding people at the job site for talking about it. MGTOW Kushite. Unbelievable. You can't even talk about something that happens in front of your eyes. Live Free says Muslim. I don't actually believe she wasn't Muslim. Live Free, she was dressed up like that, but more to go incognito, because obviously a Muslim at YouTube would never get questioned. Feminist YouTube vegan does not fit the anti-Second Amendment, anti-white liberal narrative. Exactly. Thank you so much, Boots, for that stunning compliment on my dashing beard. Who else we got here? Got Adrian V. Yeah, she did look like a psycho. Thomas, what's going on, man? Yan Ling, how you doing? What else we got? Ken Shiro Ryu 2. Oh man. Women have very thin skin and she has received demonetization as a personal insult. Everyone knows that an insulted woman is a step away from madness. That is exactly right. That's exactly right. And Dansk Makaba says, it's not a white male, so this news will disappear off the radar soon enough. Exactly. Yan Ling says, it's amazing how this narcissistic personality disorder hoe is all into animal rights and veganism and virtue signaling, but once it came to her own cash, she becomes Scrooge. Typical hipster liberal weirdo loser. Exactly. Aussie Drama, what's going on, man? How you doing? I hope you've been enjoying that book so far. Have you had a chance to read any of it yet? Aussie Drama actually got a copy of Stand Up Man's ebook. If you guys haven't got it, check out the description for how you can get a copy. Brizzy boy, what's up, man? MGTOW Poetry, PJ, my man. Good to see you, bro. Mad Taoist says, apparently she was blaming YouTube for not getting any views. Looks as though her content just sucked and she couldn't handle people not liking it. I think it's probably a little bit of both, I'd say. Master Menos, YouTube trying to cover their own asses again. Exactly. Yeah, so guys, smash that thumbs up if you haven't already. I just wanted to pull over so that I could talk to you guys safely. I know some of you would prefer that I don't video while I'm driving. Unfortunately, I'm very limited in time, so sometimes I have to, but I make sure that I don't focus on the screen while I'm driving, so you guys can keep Sydney MGTOW around for a fair bit longer and also enjoy your daily dose of red pills, even in limited time. Marcel Harding in the house. What up, man? Harmonic Live, good to see you. So guys, I want to get your thoughts, right? Drop in the comments. What are your thoughts on this? On the absolute hypocrisy of YouTube by, you know, obviously censoring people from talking about what happened as a result of them censoring the people that caused what happened. It's kind of ridiculous, right? Fortunately, Mad Taoist, I'm hands-free, so no tickets for me, both hands on the wheel. Charlie says, it's like snowflakes can't use the no females are gun crazy idiots, hashtag safe space, let's ban handguns. Yeah, pretty much. It sounds music to my ears. Man, if I didn't have this car, I don't know what I'd do. This is keeping me sane at the moment. Although I really badly need to get it serviced. It's way overdue. Just a bit strapped for cash right now. The motherfuckers at work sent me home 2 hours early today, just like they did on Tuesday. And I had the Monday off because it was a public holiday, so my paycheck next week is going to be pretty shot. Thankfully, I have used some minimalist techniques to actually reduce my expenses, and it should be all good. What up, Dave? And Mad Taoist, yeah, look, YouTube did create their own monster, and this is exactly what I talk about with chaos theory that I mentioned the other day in the video about the contraceptive pill. And for those of you guys or any ladies watching that have seen Jurassic Park, you will know what I'm talking about. Chaos theory is basically, I've got to get some more petrol soon. Chaos theory is basically where, you know, you try to plan something, but no matter how well you plan it, shit goes wrong. That's why even in the workplaces that have got all of these safety policies and all of these, you know, protective gear and all of these rules and regulations about how you can and cannot handle stuff and where things go and, you know, how to store stuff, and, you know, if you see something, say something, people still get injured because you cannot actually prevent chaos ever. And the left of politics across the Western world is trying to create a liberal utopia whereby everything is sunshine, fucking lollipops and roses. But it can never be unless everyone's the same and everyone has the same view. But that's not how humanity works. It's not how humanity works. And I can't pull it off this time. Harmonic says, unfortunately the most domestic violence is in Aboriginal communities. Exactly. And yes, it's by Aboriginal males, usually when they're drunk. But, you know, the liberal left and the feminists are using this to demonize white males, of which I am one. White straight males, of which I am one. And I won't tolerate it. Oh man, that ginger is fire right now. Man, can I get some fire emoticons up in the house? Just need some flames to match up with this. Appreciate you in advance. Yeah, exactly, Master. How the hell would anyone cover the ass of their own assailant? That's right. It's like, you know, why am I going to cover up for the person who attacks me? Why am I going to cover up for the person who attacks me? I'm not. But yeah, this is what YouTube's suggesting. Charlie says, what's the bet? No mainstream media news outlets will even address the issue of censorship and all that crap with YouTube. Yep, it's going to be about a female shooter for about 48 hours, and then they're going to go, oh shit, we're obliterating the SJW feminist narrative by proving that women can be violent too, that not all shootings are by privileged, quote-unquote privileged white males, although we know they're not actually privileged, because if they were, they wouldn't fucking shoot up places. Right? Nobody who's privileged and happy and is getting everything handed to them on a plate does that shit. Right? They must be miserable to do something like that. So that's just it. Oh, Charlie Brown, how good would Jordan Peterson for PM in Canada be? Absolutely. Sargon for PM in UK? Absolutely. Ben Shapiro for president? Absolutely. And Pauline Hanson for Prime Minister from One Nation Party in Australia? That would be fucking amazing. All of the political correctness would be over, finished, see you later, done within months. Bob with the fire, thanks bro, appreciate you. Wonder if this number plate is a guy I know over here. I guess I'll see when I go past. So it's just really interesting to see what's going on, and I've been doing a lot of thinking today. I mean, my mind's just constantly ticking over, and you know, I was, especially with the whole transgender issue being thrown in the mix. Is this who I think it is? Nah, someone else. Especially with the whole transgender argument being thrown in to try and sidetrack people and to try and make them think that the female shooter was actually a male dressed up as a woman. With this old transgender issue, it's bringing up a whole new kettle of fish with a lot of things. Like, you know, obviously there's been people talking about trans bathrooms and trans rights and trans this and trans that, and I've actually got some trans subscribers, and you know, I really appreciate those guys. You know, they are trans women, but there's, you know, they're still my MGTOW brothers. My biggest gripe is that everyone is so busy running to put band-aids that they're not actually removing the source of the wounds. And we need to actually identify what it is that's causing exploded rates of gender dysphoria in the West. We need to actually understand and examine this. It's extremely important. Very, very important. Oh, don't get me started on Clementine Ford Harmonic Live. She's a fucking dunce. Stupid, stupid dunce. Real piece of work, that woman. Let me give you the hot tip. I'm gonna find another spot to pull over in a second, because I'm seeing a couple of comments coming through from a few guys, and I want to address them. Bear with me here. I love this car. Man, my eyes are blue as fuck today. Blue, ginger, orange, man, it's like a symphony of colors. Symphony. It's like an orchestra. It's like I'm the conductor, you know. I've got the cellos and the bass guitar, fucking clarinets and shit. You know, it's like a symphony of color, and it's beautiful. Aussie drummer to Golf R. Steve says, if a Landwehr cop pulls me over, I'm in big trouble. Fortunately, the Landwehr cops typically are too busy eating to be driving on the road, so I think I'm fairly safe there. Just about to turn right into a side street here, so I'll be good to start chatting in just a moment about these comments I'm getting through. But what are your thoughts, guys? Like, what are your thoughts on this whole social justice anti-male narrative, anti-white male narrative being thrown out the window with the with this whole shooting? What are your thoughts on people trying to make it out to be a transgender male so as to take the attention away from it being a woman? What are your thoughts on the causes of transgenderism? And, well, not so much the causes of transgenderism, but the cause of gender dysphoria, which is typically the catalyst for someone choosing to transition and become transgender. Because, as we know, transgender is a choice. Yes, you might feel like you're a boy trapped in a girl's body, and you might feel like you're a girl trapped in a boy's body, but that's what you feel. It doesn't actually change the reality of what body it is that you're actually in, you know? So I guess that's all I got to say about the matter on that particular note. Beautiful, found a no through road, so I won't have any through traffic, so I can pull over and focus with you guys. All right, so FSL Sarah says society mental health is needed for sure, but that's only attempting to fix the problem. But what's the source of the problem? What's causing the real mental issues? That's the real problem. FSL Sarah actually spoke to a couple of trans people, and I believe that having narcissistic role models, or not being cared for properly as a child, or being the child of a single mother, particularly a narcissistic single mother who doesn't care for you properly, you know, one of the large emerging root causes of gender dysphoria, in my view, from my observations and from my conversations that I've had with people that are actually in that boat. So yeah, Elvin Girl just made a good point. A lot of trans women are actually attracted to women, which that is actually a very good point there, Elvin Girl, because, you know, I know someone very, very close to me that was a guy, then became gay, like went gay, then became trans, then became post-op trans, and then got a girlfriend, and then found a sperm donor and had a baby with the girlfriend as a post-op trans woman with a real woman. Like, and then obviously the real woman was a lesbian. So it was kind of an interesting situation, but you know, it is what it is. And the failure of the nuclear family is the biggest problem, in my view. That's what I think. Just avoid Starbucks and Hungry Jack's and McDonald's, and you'll be a land whale free zone. For those of you in the US, Hungry Jack's is basically Burger King. Matt Tower says my buddy was pulled over and the cop asked him if he'd been drinking. He said, "Why are there fat chicks in the car?" So true. And you know, it is funny, right? Because a lot of feminists do need a good deep dicking from a real man. And I know this because I actually at one stage out of my marriage, I got on Tinder and I met this girl, and it was only after we'd fucked each other a couple of times that I found out she was a Clementine Ford loving, Amy Schumer comedy liking, government employee SJW feminist with a penchant for pet dogs, because that was like the replacement boyfriend, and, you know, expensive taste. And, you know, it was very interesting because it was so easy to tempt her, because there were no other options for her, because no one else was, you know, either crazy enough or had balls enough to go and have sex with feminists like that. especially not with their attitude when you talk about it. Charlie Brown AU says, side topic, I came across some Vietnam teacher videos on YouTube. Looks like they need some real men to teach English over there. You can get a good 1-bedroom unit for $300 a month US. Yeah, good 1-bedroom unit for $300 US per month. Crazy cheap. Yeah, it is kind of crazy. A friend of mine actually just recently went over to Vietnam as a teacher. And guess what happened to him? He started seeing this woman and she went psycho and trashed all of his stuff and stole his passport. He finally got everything back, and then she was like gonna come over to Australia to his parents' house, so he had to actually move out of his parents' house into a friend's house so that she couldn't find him. Like, shit's crazy, man. She just went mental. So you don't want to give a Vietnamese post-war woman who is looking for her soulmate a good deep dicking over there, because they will come chasing after you. I'm telling you, it's nuts. FSL Sarah, is there a high profile SJW like Big Red in Australia? Yes, and her name is Clementine Ford. Go and have a look at Harmonic Live's comment. It's CLEMENTINE, Clementine Ford, FORD. Go do some research on her. She is a piece of work, I'm telling you right now. Oh man, I love you guys, seriously. I love the comments. I love all the banter. It's just so good. Invincible Summer, I'm sorry if I spoke slurring a little too much, so sorry about that. The worst trans are the ones who demonize straight men that don't want them, because we are not gay. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, guys, just wanted to share that with you. Got a few more topics I'd like to do, and I might do one and Vimeo very soon. I have a Vimeo account. Exactly, FSL Cero. He just looked at some pics of that Clementine Ford Aussie SJW. Go, oh man, I should do a Clementine Ford compilation, but I just still suck a little bit at video editing, so sorry about that, guys. Yeah, if you want to donate, Patreon or PayPal or crypto in the description below. If you want to check out the amazing book by Stand Up Man, go check out the description for that as well. I also have a mentoring program for anyone who wants me to help them to get a bit of perspective and work on some stuff in their life. And also check out my merchandise store, mgtowmerch.com. Alright guys, I'm gonna bounce for now. Appreciate you all, love you all, you're my brothers. But remember, you can't choose your family. You guys choose me, not the other way around. And I appreciate that. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.